We are back with Theros Chaos on Mythic Odyssey of Theros campaign. We've been gone for a few weeks, but we are back playing in this haunted temple under the sands of Phoberos. And, well, it has been a while. Do you remember at all what happened in the previous session and how you got to where you are now?
Jump down a hole, yo.
That's the long and short of it, yeah.
Pretty much. It was a bit of a mysterious fella came out of a big pot made of sand. Pierced his cold, icy heart, killed him.
He did try and hurt you with his haunted haboob.
Yeah. Felt really ill after I think he killed me. But Zholk doesn't really understand what being dead is. Once he was dispatched, though, yeah, there's a big hole.
Well, I don't think he actually... Because he killed Bogeg, but he got Zholk to 0, but then you managed to stab him from death and ignore dying.
That's true. That is true. Zholk remembers. I almost died. Right. Yeah, then we jumped down into this place.
After defeating the sand silhouette, a hole into a further temple uncovered. You had to climb on down. Had a wander. Did you find anything in your wanderings?
Nothing much.
That is fair.
Also very mysterious scrawlings on the ground.
Some mysterious
scrawlings.
That
suspiciously had doors.
Some doors that wouldn't open, which is sad. Until you pushed open some paintings and there were skeletons behind them and they started swinging. And that's where we are. But before we go back into the already rolled turn order, I do need to quickly point out that our player Bennett is on a indefinite hiatus. We may be returning at some point, but we're not entirely sure when. So Bennett will return, whether it's as him himself or as an NPC, but he will be back.
He was very angry at us for not dying.
That is fair.
Too much not dying. He's run off to Eros.
His story will continue. But you are in the middle of combat, fighting some quite flimsy skeletons and some very not so flimsy skeletons. And the first in that order is Neil.
Okay, Neil is going to go up to this one in front of Nad. And also close roll 20.
It's been a few weeks. We've got to shake the rust off. So Neil is going to flank the tomb guard that is in front of Nadrin.
And he's going to bite it.
They're going to go in for a chomp. Okay, that is a hit. Doing 11.
He's going to munch again.
I'll keep munching. Okay, he's munching away. The dog's found a bone.
And he's going to munch again.
Oh god, I forget he has 3 attacks. Okay, good thing he's flanking, because he's going to keep munching.
He munch.
Wow, he did 28 damage. Good god. He got the munches.
He's a good boy.
He did his job. You did good. Nadrin, on to you.
Close roll 20 again. My push to talk button is not on a good place.
Well, why have you mapped push to talk to Alt F4?
Rookie move.
Rookie move.
Cuts just kind of cowers under her cauldron after being knocked out of the air. No, the
Oh yeah,
cauldron
yeah,
got
your
exploded,
cauldron
didn't it?
got shot
Oh.
by arrows and exploded. You fell out the air.
She's flat on her back right now.
She's a
Is it an
banghead.
action to back away?
So you can move freely, but it would get an attack of opportunity. If you want to disengage, it's an action.
Okay, I will disengage.
Okay. So now you can move up to your full movement speed without triggering attacks of opportunity.
And I think I can use Quicken Spell to use a spell, like an action spell.
You certainly can. As long as if
Okay.
it's got the casting time of an action, you can use a bonus action if you're quicken it.
I am just gonna Eldritch Blast it.
That's fair. Keep it cheap. You send in both blasts at the same guy?
Yes.
The one that Neil's chomping on?
Yes.
Okay, that one's going to miss. But that one hits for 9 force. Not bad. Zholk.
Looking at these creatures, do they look sort of soulless? Do they look emotional at all?
Give me an insight check.
Or just mindless automatons?
They seem confused, almost drowsy.
I'm gonna wake them up, and I'm fairly certain this isn't gonna work. But we're gonna give it a go. As Sogeg, remembering that poor Pogeg is dead, I'm gonna let out a terrifying, piercing screech. As I'm gonna use my conquering presence and attempt to make all skeletons frightened of me. I need all of them to make a wisdom saving throw if they are.
Okay. So that would be. Right. So how many is left? 1, 2, 3.
Not to be awkward, but 2 of them at disadvantage.
We'll work it out. So.
Oh wait, 2 seconds. I forgot something in mine that affects everybody else's. So in Bane of Vampires, it says while I'm within sight of an undead creature, they have disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than Scuts.
Yeah. All undead now hate Scads because she kept bad mouthing him.
That's a good curse.
As a reminder as well, anyone who's ever with Adspictos, you forget about this, but anyone ever within 10 feet of me, you get a bonus to your saving throws at +3.
So, are you still going for the fear?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm going for the big fear.
So that is what's it to beat?
I'm guessing that is going to just be my spell save DC, right?
Be a spell
14.
save. So 14 to beat. So 3 pass. Let me just tell you which ones of those 3 that's there. Fail, 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 fail. That one would be at disadvantage, so fail, pass. That one passed but would be at disadvantage, fail, and the others fail as well. So the only one that passed is this one here.
Then as I look at the others, fear me. Any now within 30 feet of me can't move.
Okay.
And take psychic damage equal to my paladin level.
Okay,
Start their turn.
fantastic.
And then I am going to, I guess, this one's not feared, right?
That one's not fair. That's why I
Use a
tried to mark
castle.
it. Yeah. It's
You
the only thing I can think of not
Impress
feared.
the little skeleton. So you will be my new mortal enemy, as I'm going to point to him and just say, "Fight me, you slag." I'm going to use my epithet to cast Compel Duel on him.
Okay. Are you declaring it a skull taking?
I am.
Okay.
I will take your skull and bless it to mighty Pogeg in the sky.
Right, this is a... Yep, that's still a fail.
Fight me.
He's fighting you.
And I put up my dukes, and I pass my turn.
Okay.
Actually, I will turn around and say, Zholk, good. I give Zholk a begrudging thumbs up as the gods will it, and I say, Zholk, that was a good job making those have disadvantage. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Yeah.
Stay away from me. I'm going to move
You
one
have it as
space.
well, boy.
Okay, Scuds, we're on to you.
Ooh, is she prone?
No. 'Cause I
Okay.
think it
I
was
think- oh,
the
she-
first turn that you fell. And then you got up the next one to bop something.
Alright. Ooh. Oh, she's gonna be very uncharacteristically Scud. She's gonna just like try to book it and like pole vault over Sogeg's back and run past Zholk in his bucket here. She's gonna go keep Nadrin's. Nadrin! Oh no!
So one skeleton and one tomb god would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yes. She just like skitters.
And I believe they have advantage against you.
Be it
But
disadvantage.
disadvantage because they're near the object that they fear. So
Oh.
Oh yeah. So
that is a miss. And a 14.
I think my AC is 15.
15, so that's a miss as well.
So she just Scooby-Dooed it the heck on out of there. Oh, Nadrin, I gotta keep you safe. How far can she run? She went from here to... Because I want to see if she can actually, like, get behind Nadrin. No, she can't. So she's actually right there. Or she can dash. She didn't do anything else. She'll use her action to dash.
Oh, thank you, Scuds. You're so brave.
Yeah! She just, definitely isn't cowering behind Nadrin right now, as we will go to the end of her turn.
Okay.
She's doing anything.
Well, we've got a spooky, scary skeleton that's going to take 8 damage from Zholk immediately.
I just look confused. I was like, bro, where are you going? At least this skeleton fears my muscles.
He super fears it.
It's a miss.
And then he's going to try again and still fear it.
Sogeg's not even holding his shield against this creature. He's just sort of like bouncing off
You're
his
only
kite
paying
at this
attention to
point.
the one that's actually fighting you.
Oh yeah, there's one that's angry at me. I
Yeah,
focus
the
my
one that you made
attentions
angry
again
at
at
you
the
like a turn ago.
Why are you? What's your problem? So aggro.
Mr. Burbles.
If we had a long rest, his breath weapon would have recharged, correct?
Yes.
Oh no.
Breath is a strong word, but yes.
You hear the burbling. I probably should have told Sogeg it was burbling louder.
It's fine.
Oh,
What's the
no.
worst?
Oh, Sogeg, are you gonna be able to survive this? I think you'll be fine.
Oh no.
Maybe not. Let me see.
How are you for dealing
rethink
with
this.
exploding damage?
You know what? You know what? Here. He'll
be
just
resistant.
burble a little bit louder, but he swipes at the guy in the corner with his matchstick
Okay,
claws
so
again.
he's
We'll
buy
warming
some
up.
time.
He's letting it build.
Because I think it did quite a bit of
Okay.
damage, and this is a really.
Yeah,
Oops.
Ooh.
that hurt.
That's
Well
okay.
done. He's got a second one of those as
Ben.
well.
Yep. Oops, that was the wrong button. There we go.
And that misses there.
That's rip.
He kind of chirps and trills with a growl as he's just like muffled through a pelvic bone in his mouth, and that's it. I don't think he's doing. Nope, that's it. He's good.
Well, it's going to try and fight back, although it's pretty scared.
I laugh at it. You're a nerd.
A 15 to hit, doing 12,
Nerd.
and an 11. Will a 15 hit? It will not. Okay. Wow, Mass frightened is
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, and it also takes 8 psychic damage.
Yay!
God
I love
damn
Oath
it.
Conquest.
Okay, who are we on to the next one? This one's still frightened and can't move, so it's just going to swipe
Who's
at
the move
Zholk.
that's so brutal? Not being able to move is like mean.
A
so
13
mean.
and a 13, and
Yeah.
also I need to remember that it takes psychic damage.
I give it a wet willy. I'm gonna start bullying these skeletons, I think.
Skeleton over here takes 8 psychic damage, and then is going to ping its bow at Mr. Burbles. Miss. Okay, Zholk.
The Ratman return.
The Ratman returns.
So we're going to start with the bucket. And the bucket, if I remember how to measure cones. Oh no, it's already on. Huzzah!
Yeah, you can get both of them.
So they
So
need to make a DC something. There it is. DC 14.
Dex. Okay. So fail. Oh, it shouldn't be a disadvantage for that save, but that one succeeds. But they're still going to explode in fire because holy shit, 19 damage.
Don't worry about it.
Wow, you got some good rolls on that one. That was okay. Spiced. Lightly sautéed bones.
And on my end, we're going to be a little more reserved and bonk. Ah, fuck.
Gonna bonk the
That's
skeleton.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you miss. That is embarrassing. It's only a skeleton, and you missed.
This doesn't work on attacks, does it? Where is it? Flash Genius, ability check or save from bugger.
So embarrassing is that skeleton can't even move and you missed it.
Yeah, it's currently not even really paying much attention to you. It's terrified of Sogeg, rattling in its bones.
I just whisper to Zolk, give him a wedgie! Wedgie!
Is that everything, Zolk?
Yeah. I got enough.
Fantastic. This skeleton is going to try and stab Mr. Burbles. Fail.
Oh, that's so sad.
This one is going to attempt to stab Zolk. Fail. this Tomb Guard. Oh wait, I need to also remember to knock the 8 points of health off everything because of Soge.
It's reasonable.
Right, note to self, don't put hordes against Sogek.
Or
Jesus.
at least make them immune to frightened.
Or immune to psychic damage.
Or immune to psychic damage, to be fair, yeah.
Okay. So it is going to attempt to try and prise Neil off its body. A 12. And then, oh, a 19 to hit.
Ooh.
19 definitely hits.
Hey.
I'm going to give a thumbs up to that skeleton. Hey,
For the 12 slashing damage.
I'm going to try to teach him.
And then the one that isn't frightened but is compelled to fight.
Yes.
Is gonna...
Our fight will be legendary.
Okay, so first ball, it is going to get a 26
That is a hit.
for 15 slashing. It is magical as well.
As I will psychically give my pain as well to Zholk as my new curse. Zholk also takes 15 points of damage. I'm quite happy at getting hurt right now. I thought you said this would be a curse temple. This is awesome.
And then I need to make some measurements. Right, quick.
If it has a breath weapon, I'll be shocked.
Why wouldn't it have a breath weapon? You know what campaign this is. Looks like it's only Soka that's going to be affected, though. As I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I never fail.
You are at disadvantage from being near Zholk.
I never fail. I'm going to have to add something to that. No, I can't.
You've taken the 6, there's nothing you can do?
Nothing I can do.
You gain a level of exhaustion as a cloud of scarabs sort of fly free from the rib cage of this thing and just nibble away at you.
Oi. My exhaustion.
I also need to look at this one. Curse of exhaustion. Okay. Don't worry, I'm just adding another curse to your curse list.
I'm looking.
It'll be there in a moment.
I'm slightly tired.
There you go. Pretty much everything takes so much more time and effort than it should.
Means I can savor the stabbing. It's not a bad thing.
Life is in slow-mo. Well, that's its turn. Neil, we're back to you.
Eat him, Neil.
Neil is gonna munch and munch and munch until it's dead.
Roll a d6 for me, because we didn't check to see if your spit came back. But then again, I think it's already back, isn't it? I'm just going to say it's back.
You
we've
might
had
have
a
used
session.
it last session. I don't remember.
I'm just going to say, because it's been 2 weeks, real time, yeah, it has it again. So, go ahead and munch. Okay, I was going to say before you roll that third one, you managed to munch it out of existence as its bones crumple to the floor and slowly begin sort of tumbling back towards the chamber that it came out of.
Okay.
So that was on the second attack if you wanted to move him and bite someone else.
How big is the Mr. Burbles thing?
Mr. Burbles is size large, but Mr. Burbles' explosion, I believe, is a 20-foot radius.
Correct. Yeah, 20-foot sphere centered on the exhaust fumes.
So, over the top of Mr. Burbles. So it would be that.
Okay. Neil will go up to the one just below Sogeg and munch that one.
Okay. I won't make you roll for it. I'll just take that roll. As that is a hit for 12, and it is now grappled by Neil. Zholk needing help for the one thing that wants to fight him.
Oh, shame.
It was the closest thing to Neil.
That's also fair. Nadrin.
I will. I'm gonna magic missile
Okay. I need to
on
pull up that epithet again.
the one in front of Zholk on the other side to where Neil is.
So you're declaring all of the attacks against them?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you twinning it?
I'm not gonna bother twinning it.
Okay. It was just... If you choose multiple targets, you can't twin it, but if you choose they're all the same, that's where you're allowed to twin it. In this homebrew, anyway. Okay,
Yeah,
give
I'm
me...
not gonna bother twinning it though.
That's fair. Give me 2d8. Okay, you can choose between acid or thunder damage.
I'll go for thunder.
I'm going for thunder. Are you cast at level 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me, it'll be 3d6 plus 3.
+3 to that.
Okay, so that's only 14 thunder damage as you fire your paradoxical missiles into the side of this tomb guard. They seem to magically go around its shield to hit just wherever it wants to.
And that'll be me.
Okay. Zholk.
I look to Neil and just say, drop him, Neil. This fight is between him and I. As I nod at the skeleton getting eaten. So I will not. It's not a duel if he's being grappled. So I just sort of like spin around and I just sort of toying up whether or not I want to be kind and learn my ways as stop being a bully. But instead, my fringe droops down as I'm going to bully Maguire it. I start doing a jazz song. I start clicking my fingers. And I'm
Throw some dirt in his eye.
I'm very tempted to spite the great DM gods and use summon lesser demons and summon 8 demons, but
Look,
instead I'm going to do an old classic.
I would allow it, even though technically I got rid of that spell for Theros because of the companions, simply because I have been guilty of using that spell. But I will put a caveat on if you go for summon lesser demons. There is a particular demon that you will summon and nothing else.
Ooh. I think it was from being screamed at, I'll be honest, because I would have to use piety to use it. So I don't have a free spell slots yet. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly lethargically... I curse ye as I use one of my... I glow red and blood comes out of my eyes. So I will wrathful smite. Wow. It's going to be 4. I hope you're scared. Whatever's going to get hit. As I will wheel around to this one and go, I'm going to stab at ye. I have been hurt last turn, so I always forget the way around my...
It's only by the creature that hurt you.
Creature that hurt
which
me.
Which was
yes.
the non-frightened one.
He's the non-frightened one. Next time. For this one, I'm going to bonk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shing.
that definitely...
Is it humanoid?
It is not. It is undead.
So close.
And it needs to make a wisdom save. Passes. So it doesn't get the Wrathful Smite.
Does it have advantage?
It does. or against magical
Spooky.
effects.
Then, interesting. I'll hit it again.
Okay, that's gonna miss.
Do I have to declare this before? I think I'm sorry, I'll say this very quick. I think I have to declare.
For the
It's been
divine,
slow, for adding plus
yeah.
10. I'm 90% sure I have to
Yeah.
declare it before. Give me a sec.
yeah, you have to declare it
You
before
make
you
the
announce
strike
it.
before, yes. Right, then as a bonus, all
But
done.
what I'll say
just...
if it's simply because I gave you whether it hit or missed too early, I will let you.
No, to be fair, I was just lagging. I will just wheel around and shield up against it, my mighty foe again.
Okay.
I never reached 10 feet actually, so I'm going to use a free action. I'm just going to lean over him. Just close the door.
God damn it! I forgot you guys can interact with the doors. Okay.
It's getting drafty. Yeah, in my turn.
Okay, Scott, from your vantage point, what would you like to do?
You just hear her kind of make a like if you've ever heard me see a spider. You just hear kind of like a
Just
choked
the
scream
gibbering.
as this like bolt of light comes down. If I can press the right button. Scuts is going to use Sacred Flame, and I think she can reach.
Where the did you get Sacred Flame from?
Because Warlock spell.
Oh, because
No,
Warlock.
did I get it from,
Okay.
Is it Warlock? Wait, was it Warlock spell
Yeah.
or was it
Because you're a
from
divine
its-
soul or a divine warlock, celestial warlock, and they get the cleric stuff. So yeah, that makes sense.
So I just haven't used it. So she
It's just
kinda,
never
like,
used
screams
it.
at
Okay.
point. She always does other stuff. It's a whole action. I can
It is a whole
smash two
action.
things.
But it does
So,
2d8 damage.
So she'll target this guy here.
Oh, but it needs to make a dex save.
A dex throw, yeah. Gains no benefit from cover.
12. So it would be.
Oh my!
11. What's your charisma?
Ooh.
So it would be a 13 to beat, so it fails. So it would take 2d8 radiant damage.
There, I'll roll it twice.
Okay, 9 damage. Well, you've managed to get your torch and shine it on the ghoulies.
I'm just gonna turn around to Scuts. You can do this?
I guess.
It's purely a fear response.
Oh,
So you can't
I
control it
thought I saw a
unless you're
spider.
terrified.
and I figured if I barbecued the spider, it'd be tastier. Hey, Nadrin, can you make me small this time and put me in your pocket like Pogeg? That's the end of her turn.
Okay. Start this one's turn. How long do they stay frightened for?
A minute.
Wow.
Do we do a check if there is... So usually you have a save at the end, don't you? Yes, you can. Sorry, I should have remembered that. Yeah, you can repeat this save at the end of each turn.
Okay. We'll start out from this one.
Remember the 8 damage.
No, I've already taken it off. Don't worry. Well
But
aware.
yeah, sorry, yeah. Did think of that.
He's gonna start swiping at you. Missed. And
Pathetic.
then still frightened. Okay, Mr. Burbles.
Whee!
The burbling gets louder, and I tried to give Sogeg time to leave. So
Oh god, I completely forgot.
say something again.
It's
point
fine. If
upwards.
it blows up,
That
it'll
way,
also blow up
Burbles.
Zholk.
Up, burbles, up.
Oh god.
Oh no, it's an explosion,
where'd he
isn't
go?
it?
So the way it works is he lets out a cloud of poisonous gas,
Yes.
and then if that gas gets hit by a spark, such as, I don't know, Mr. Burble's matchstick claws, it explodes.
Yes. Might have to move out the way. You know, I don't blow
So
up.
it's a 15-foot radius, but I'll let you know now that the skeletons are immune to poison. But Sogeg isn't, so Sogeg, give me a Constitution saving throw. Unless you want to just hold your breath.
Disadvantage as well.
That's
Oh, no,
1d8
can I hold my
poison.
breath? Does that
Creatures who hold their breath or don't need to breathe pass the save, so you can choose to hold your breath.
work? I do a big breathing. Because Mr. Mills did give me a...
He did give you a warning.
You would. You get the warning when you hear him rip wind, so you're like, ah, geez, you know to hold your breath. I feel like the party's fair game to
will-
hold breath.
Definitely drop my holding breath when I get hit by a weapon, though.
Okay, so there is now a 15-foot cloud of poisonous gas around Mr. Burbles.
I was going to try to ignite it, but that means Sogeg would get.
I'm sure. What's the worst that could
Put a
happen?
hold in that one for now. I'll look at Mr. Burbles and I do like a matchstick thing and I point at my spear. I give a nod. I'll blow up your cloud, Burbles.
I'd say do it, but I'd take the hit as well.
It's only 48 fire damage.
Even more reason to do it.
You're just convincing him now.
I mean, I don't know. What do you guys?
To be fair, Zholk couldn't die. So
We had a long rest, right?
get him down to 1.
You had a long rest, yeah.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Oh God. All right, he'll because that was one attack then.
That's one of his attacks. And if he makes another attack against something within that sphere, such as one of the skeletons again, that would then ignite the thing. So we'd resolve that attack first, and then it ignites, and we'd resolve that.
Okay. So I believe if everyone's okay with that, that's what he's gonna do. He's just gonna keep swiping at the guy in the corner. He didn't even actually see Sogeg make a gesture at all.
That's fair.
He's face first in the corner. He actually degassed so he could fit through the door to swipe at the guy better. So I roll.
So just his
Do they make
his matchstick claws, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought we were doing the.
Then we'll do the explosion.
You're good. All right.
So they're immune to poison, which is why I didn't roll. So.
Right. It's just for Sogeg.
But that definitely hits for 22 damage. And then everything explodes. So let's say 20 feet. So it's everything in that area. So most of the skeletons and Sogeg. And it's half of a successful save. So go ahead and roll 48 for me so I can just delete things that aren't going to survive either way.
I love my dyslexia. I was trying to roll
so
8d4 for a second. I'm like, no.
They explode, they explode, they explode, and then we need to roll 3d20. 14 to beat. So pass, pass, fail. So they took 23, but they take 11.
God.
An 11. And then I believe that's a failed save from Zholk.
It is.
So that's 23 points of fire damage to Zholk, which means 23 points of fire damage to Zholk.
What's the DC?
Oh,
You
you
don't
don't
get-
save it. You just take damage
Yeah,
if Zholk
you
takes
just take
damage.
it.
Yeah, but I can make Zholk pass it if it's slow enough.
True, it's DC 14.
Ah! Flash of Genius, the only one I've got. Take a plus 3.
Okay, you take 11
Yay!
points of damage instead.
A huge
Ow.
You see,
Hey, it is.
this is the friendship like t-shirt. This is
And not
forced
at
to
Zholk.
work together.
Yeah. Even though
Actually-
Zholk made me fail that save.
Like, flavor-wise, it's supposed to be me teaching you how to pass the check, but this is just don't get farted on forehead.
I mean, it's a bit. You're like a bully. I guess it's the circle of bullying because I did pass the save. But
Yeah,
he
you
made me
did.
fail the save. And
He
then
just
said,
gaslighted
"Hey,
you
dum-dum."
into it. Gaslighted you
Dura.
into succeeding the save.
Gaslighting genius.
It is what it is.
Which is funny because it was literally a gaslighting attack.
But
But anyway, anything else for Mr. Burbles?
Let's see, that was his action. He'll turn around and look at everybody and just chirp happily, like he did good.
He did do good.
And yeah, no, that's the end of his turn.
Okay. This one, still smoking, is going to first of all take 8 damage because of Zholk, and then try and stab Zholk.
I looked behind. I said, "Look, just you're embarrassing yourself. Just stop."
And then see if he'll stop embarrassing himself. Nope. Okay, Zholk.
Really?
So,
Can you
now
stop yourself
everyone-
embarrassing yourself?
That depends. Now that everyone's in the way of the bucket,
Well,
we'll do with the bucket.
Zholk could, or Zholk can move out of the way to then let the bucket go.
Hey, what's the downside? Is it disadvantage to hit me back?
I mean, pretty much.
Double crit.
So
You're welcome.
fine.
I give another thumbs up to Zholk. That's teamwork.
And then, oh,
We're
that's
doing it.
radius.
I like that it got.
There's a cone.
God damn it. Go ahead and roll the damage for me, Apollo.
Wah.
Okay, so it's not surviving, and then
Is that an orc wah I just heard?
No.
Okay. I've been
What are
thinking.
we on about?
then 7 damage. Okay.
Alright. And then, because we've never seen things go badly before,
No, things don't go badly in Theros. Things just go right with extra steps.
we're going to point a scorching ray in this direction.
Well, you get 3 scorching rays.
I do?
If I remember
Yeah.
rightly, of that you create 3 of them,
Bases
and you can choose 3 targets.
I click the button more. Oh god.
Okay.
All at the same target.
All at the
followed
same
by-
target.
What in the crisis is? Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, Zholk is emitting darkness.
See.
Zholk emits 20 feet of darkness, and I need to set that so everyone can see it. There we go. Big darkness fade. Just goes everything just goes pitch black. This one
God.
takes 16 fire.
Zholk, keep running to the right. Teamwork, buddy. Keep running to the right. I approximate by 2 steps.
One more step and yet.
I mean, to be
Oh, that's the
honest,
power of
it would
friendship.
have just made it neutral because they would be blinded and you would be blinded, so you'd be attacking
That's
at
true.
advantage and disadvantage and so on.
Now go back, buddy. Go back.
This would get everyone but that one skeleton, right?
Everyone
That
but
makes
that
me
one.
think
I mean, you
that-
could go right up closer so I can get everybody.
No. It's like talking
know
to a drunk
what?
person. Zolk, go back. No.
Well, that's a good one to go because this one can't attack anyone other than Zholk, so...
Yeah.
We can't
And
hit it.
that's everything for me.
I
Okay.
think I'm gonna have to kill Zolk. I
Well,
think I'm gonna
it's
have to
that
kill
one's
Zolk.
turn, and it's gonna now be attacking neutrally because it was at disadvantage, but now Zholk is blind.
Does he gain additional
Zolk, you're
disadvantage from
literally
me?
making it easier to
No,
hit me.
you can have 100 ways to give yourself advantage, but if you have one way that
Yep.
gives you disadvantage, it just always neutrals out. It doesn't
You've
stack.
anti-teamworked it. You've made it worse for me.
So
in
he's
every
going to
way.
attempt to stab Zholk with a 25 to hit,
Yep, that's a hit.
and another 25 to hit.
That's 19 damage. Oh, 20 damage.
It's
at
20
least to Zolk.
damage, which
Thank
Zolk,
God.
you also take 20 damage.
Worth. Oh, a 2.
Just the horrible troll. Okay. Neil, we're on to you.
Okay, he's got this thing in his mouth. Surely he knows where to bite, right?
He could certainly try. He would be attacking neutrally.
To be honest, I genuinely thought disadvantages would stack to beat the advantage.
No.
They have never stacked
No.
once in any of the games we've played.
It's never come up to my knowledge.
It
It
comes
has,
up
you just
Many
so
times.
often, especially with Zolk because of
Literally.
the amount of disadvantage you impose.
Okay, I just didn't notice.
Yes, that is
And
exactly
this
it.
is why you're cursed.
I think someone's getting the irritant back.
Do you want me to move it now?
We'll save it to the end of the session. So, Neil,
Neil's gonna munch.
get munching. That is a hit.
Would it be a disadvantage? Doesn't have advantage, does it?
So
sorry,
this
we
is
don't-
Neil
don't-
going against the
Sorry,
Tomb
yeah.
Guard. They both would
Yes.
be at disadvantage and
Yeah,
advantage.
both
so,
blinded. Yeah.
that would miss. And that would hit. And you can see that Neil's jaws go quite clean through the bone. But there is just some hatred magic keeping this thing alive.
What could that be? What a mystery.
Who would know such a thing?
Let's blindly shout into the mist. His skull is mine, Neil. Stop trying to nick my skulls. Another tasty. I bagsied this one.
You literally have.
Neil's just gonna go. You're too weak, it's mine.
In Sylvan, because he can.
Oh, I'm... Sword of Fate. A casting Sword of Fate.
Okay.
I'll
Nadrin,
take it. No, that's
on
fair.
to you. You just see a wall of pitch blackness in front of you.
Don't know if there's much I can do in this situation.
You can hear all the fighting, but you heard Zolk's bell toll once and then everything just went black.
Everything involves sight.
Ring a ding
It's-
ding, your vision is my thing.
It's a necessary sense. The only one that can see through any of it is Zholk.
Of course he can see through it.
Just borrowing your eyesight.
I really don't know what to do here. I will hold Eldritch Blast in case I see an enemy.
That is probably the wisest thing you can do at this point.
Oop.
And I'll go to Scuts. It's okay, I'll protect you.
I'm protecting you. But
We'll
you can
protect each
help.
other.
Yeah, teamwork.
Yeah.
As she's standing behind you, like shaking. There's so many vampires.
So gag.
Just yell out, Jim, bro, I can't see my gains anymore. Help. As I'm just going to stab at this guy first. My blinded panic. I'm going to throw another, because it's cheeky not to. I'll do another rifle smite.
Ooh.
Oh
A
my word.
mighty 1 extra damage.
It might make the difference.
It might.
I'm going to add 10 to that,
Okay.
because fuck it.
Let me quickly roll its save. Okay, it's not going to take the 1 extra damage, but it is going to take 13.
Then. Oh man. I don't know who to kill. I'll hit it again, because why wouldn't I?
Okay.
Wishing.
Yeah, don't kill the one you're magically keeping alive.
I can't. I want to see it. I refuse to kill it when I can't see it and it's not being hit by other things.
That's fair.
I am a Sogig of Honor, sort of.
As you stab into this one again, and while you can't see it, you definitely hear the telltale rattling of bones hitting the ground and slowly rolling away.
That's the fabled sign of a dead skeleton. I'm just contented in myself, and I accept my inevitable momentary death.
Skirts.
Oh god. So Scuts can't see either.
It's just a wall of magical darkness.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, no.
She's actually like visibly relaxed, and she stops. You know, now that I can't see them, they're not as spooky. She's lying to herself. I don't know what she can do without. Yeah, she just does some squats. Like this is.
Yeah, just trying to look tough after all that.
Try to just warm up for the fight as she does a couple of squats. And that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
she's not having a good time.
Well, this one, now that it can't see the object of its fear, is no longer frightened.
No!
Which means it still can't really see anything, so it's just going to keep swiping. It doesn't make any difference, but it's still just going to keep swiping. So okay, for a 15 or a 28 to hit, doing 15 slashing.
Happy that at least Zholk dies, but I momentarily don't die. As I say, no, you. As I am going to throw on, because I think I have to, everything I fucking can with my Champion of the Fighting Pits epithet when I go down to 0 and make an attack. I'll do that, and I will throw a.
It is
level
considered
2
undead, so you get the extra dice from smite.
Yeah, I'm going to do a level 2 smite, which I always forget what. I very rarely ever do it against natural undead, right? Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. So it'll be 48 extra.
48 extra damage.
Radiant.
Ooh.
is
Good thing you had
35.
that extra damage, as that is enough to drop
Actually,
it.
Yes! Which means
Just
I remain on 1
barely
hit point.
enough to drop it.
Yeah. How did Zolk not die?
Because
I'm
Zolk
happy
has a
that I
"I'm not going to die" button.
Percy's. Very quickly, I'm pretty sure she has to stay on 1 hit point when I do that.
I
You,
believe
oh no,
you-
you ignore the damage.
Yeah, you
I
ignore the damage.
Bye bye. And I don't know if you want to change it, but there's no thing. There's no like cooldown every time you keep killing me.
If it pretty much, it's just
Don't feel bad.
relying on the fact that you have
Yeah, can I kill?
enough to kill something.
When you follow Mogus Pogus, you
I
always
mean,
have
you've
enough to
been
kill.
exceptionally lucky with it, to be honest. Because
Yeah,
that thing
yeah.
had quite a few hit points left. I was not expecting you to actually be able to kill it. You got a high roll on your smite. You got lucky.
I thought it was going to be a. I thought it was going to be a. Just a
Question.
spiteful stab.
If he ignores the damage, do I?
You ignore the
No.
damage as well. Yeah, it wouldn't have actually
Oh.
officially gone through.
I'm on 2.
And you didn't use your "I'm not going to die" ability, so you can save it for the next time.
There will be.
Mr. Burbles. He's half in, half out of the sphere of inky blackness.
He can hear the noises going
You
on.
can definitely
He's
hear all
pretty,
the
He can
noise.
smell. He's got advantage on
He's got keen
perception
keen
checks that
senses.
rely on sight or smell. So yeah, I feel like he's reasonably able to go wander straight over to where Sogeg was and still smells very much of Sogeg. And give him a nibble and give him 5 hit points.
Ooh. Give Mr. Burbles a pat on the head. That's a good Burbs. I think I'm petting Mr. Burbles anyway.
Oh, fuck it. Just because he's really happy and he uses a bonus action to cast Dragon's Breath on you. We're at the end of this, but he's delighted. It's worth the loyalty point.
At the end of this is an interesting thing to say.
We're at the start.
Oh,
As
Mr.
in he
Burbles
probably could have done it sooner, but
is
you know.
concentrating on. So, what flavour is he giving?
It's fire. It's
Go
fire.
for fire. That makes sense. I assume it's always fire.
Yeah, Burbles only knows flame.
It could be poison, and you could let Zholk breathe out the poison gas of Burbles.
Oh no. Nobody wants fart breath. No.
Okay.
All right. And then can he use his action to just lay prone?
I believe you
his
used your action to heal
His
Zogeg.
movement.
But he can
So,
use all of
I
his
cannot-
movement to drop prone, because you basically,
I said the
it's
wrong
part of your
word.
movement, yeah.
Yeah, so he moved like 5-10 feet, so he'd be able to do
Yeah.
that. Fabulous. So that's what he will do then. He gets headbats, he lays down, and just kind of nibbling on his
In
hip
the
bone there.
darkness, he's just like, you know what, this is cozy. I'm having a nap.
It's yeah, he's relaxing. Okay, that's the end of
Okay.
his turn.
Zolk.
So, am I at neutral or?
You're at an advantage because you can see through the darkness.
Oh shit! Yeah. I want to actually hit someone with the bonk stick.
Okay. Can you hit someone with the bonk stick?
Bonk.
So gay.
You'd be at advantage.
This won't be at Sogeg, no.
Okay, you bonk, and you can hear the bell just carve through its rib cage like dry twigs as the bludgeoning damage that this is the first time you've dealt bludgeoning damage to a skeleton seems to do more than you would have thought. Sadly, this thing's being kept alive by hatred, so it's not dead. It
I
should be
respect
dead.
it.
It should be dead several times over. It's still alive.
So, teammate, friend, leave this beast to me. I want to see its skull when I rend it off its face.
Have I got quick and spell still? I think I do. Where is it?
Teammates for life.
I have 1 sorcery point, so yes, I have quick and spell. What's the highest spell slot? I've got 2. Oh, wonderful. Alright, we're gonna upcast Cure Wounds to 2 on myself.
I believe quick and spell, it costs 1 for spell level.
Oh, does it?
It does, yeah.
So you'd be able to
Okay, so
cast it
it's
level
the
1,
level
so
1
you'd
then.
ignore the 6 basically.
Yeah, so I'll heal myself for 10 and
Yeah, so
then...
for 10. And immediately
Run
get to
away.
run away.
Free movement!
You have to use your maximum movement speed to move as far away from any other creature that you can do.
That's the wrong kind of measurement. So... Yeah.
So you would essentially be hiding probably in this chamber up here, most likely. Or in that one there. Either or. Close the door.
Yay!
He's in his hidey hole, which would actually block off the light, the darkness as well, because it doesn't go through solid objects.
Yes!
I'm helping!
That's team.
Literally just shut himself away. Which actually does help, because it means that on the Tomb Guard's turn now... Actually, no, because it's no longer in darkness, it's blocks off that. If you left the door open, it would be in darkness, and Zholk wouldn't be, so it would be attacking at disadvantage. But no, it's back to neutral. Actually, no,
should be.
it can see Scuds, so it's at disadvantage, because it wants to try and murder Scuds instead.
Helping!
She's so vulnerable, doing squats in the corner. Why wouldn't you?
A miss.
Pathetic.
And a
A
19.
miss. Thank God.
Okay.
Oh,
Neil.
leave it be, Neil. I will. To be fair, Neil's done the most damage to it. Like,
Oh, easily.
You and your scrawny legs.
He's just going to sit there
I
and taunt
choose
you.
not to be able to understand Neil.
You can understand
Selective
him.
deafness.
No. I think I'm going to stab my face until I lose the speech of Sylvan.
To be fair, there's a lot of blood in Zholk's ears at the moment.
It really is. It's nice. It's nice that I've got it back.
Oh yeah, you did get your blood back.
I did. Good times.
So, does Neil want to do anything? It wouldn't actually be able to give you an attack of opportunity because it has to target Zholk.
You cannot.
But it also, I'll let you know, it is at 0 hit points. It's literally just waiting for Zholk to tickle it.
Feeling a bit defeated, he's just gonna
So just sit and wait.
slowly walk back to me and just sit down.
Is there anything you want to do, Nadrin?
I will continue to hold Eldritch Blast in case another enemy that's not that becomes in vision.
Okay, that is probably wise. Zholk.
Zholk ponders the most dramatic way to do this. He figures it out. Now I'm going to walk here. I'll take the attack of opportunity. I'm risking it.
Okay.
I'm a risky guy. I live life risky.
20 to hit. Doing 13 slashing.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec. The hole. What is very funny is I don't think I have Shield of Faith back up. I don't think I did. That's an oopsie. Oopsie on my part. Give me a hole. Oh no. Wait.
There is no cooldown on your stab back, so...
Oh, there's no cooldown.
And you
on
also
my stuff,
know
for
that
God's
it's
sake.
got 1 hit
I knew
point.
there
You
was
just
something.
need to hit, essentially.
I walk back, and as I let it hit me, I slow-mo start to collapse to the ground. And as my head touches the floor, I say, "Oh wait, Kastab." And I'm going to add thingy on it. No, I can't. I've only have 2 channel divinities. I miss.
You miss.
I said, oh wait. Oh no, it would be advantage. It'd be advantage because it hurt me last turn.
It would be an advantage.
Don't
Zholk's
fucking
mine.
miss!
Oh, no! It's so gay!
It's so gay. Dies from cringe.
He dies from
Because I accept death. I'm sorry for making an immortal guy who now no longer can.
Well,
But
no,
on the
you're no
ground-
longer concentrating, so it's just going
that's a good
to
point.
die
That's a good point.
because it's at 0 hit points.
Yay.
That was the most anticlimactic climax I've ever
was
seen, and I
great.
love it.
That couldn't have gone more perfectly.
Sogeg wanted to kill it dramatically, so he did.
It was dramatic. Ooh, okay. Sogeg, you may need to check your curses in a moment.
Yes. Oh dear.
There you go.
Oh lord. Well, could be worse.
It could be worse.
Could be better. Could be worse. Yeah, I'm just gonna go nap time. I guess start throwing some death saving throws.
I was going to say, does anyone
I'm
want
fine.
to give him the 1 hit point?
Mr. Burbles thankfully only used a portion of his, so he'll give him another.
Yay!
You get 1.
I'm back
You get 1 hit point.
from the dead.
He looks you dead in the eyes. He's like, you get 1. You don't know how to understand him, but you understood that. Maybe. And then he just
So-
sits down.
You would notice as the dust clears that the bodies of the tomb guard and skeletons seem to be sort of recollecting in the tombs, although the doors on them will close behind them as they reconstitute behind.
What's happening
Closed
to the one with
doors.
Zolk?
That is
Oh no.
an interesting thought. Zolk, you would absolutely feel the bones start to sort of flood around your legs. It's going to take a while for them to knit back together into a full body, but you would definitely feel it starting to put itself back together slowly.
Get the kind of hop, skip, jump of someone trying to jump away from a spider.
Oh wow, I'm so glad we got rid of those vampires, guys. Scott's not catching on.
Scud, as you go in to celebrate the heroic victory against the evil vampires, your hoof sort of bumps into something on the ground. It is a small note with something sort of weighted in the middle of it, like a scroll with something heavy weighing it down.
She'll pick up the heavy thing and attempt to grab it and the paper.
Well, here is the piece of paper. As you unfold it in common, seems to be a note from Bennett. And the item is a single pair of eyes of Bennett.
Oh.
Aw, you guys, it's a letter from Bennett.
Where'd he
One
go?
of the good dudes. I regret to tell you all that I must leave. No! May Erebus protect your souls. We have called upon all sorts of monsters, horrors, and agents in our time together, and I'm honored to have been a part of our story, but needs must. Don't look for the answer in the first place that tempts you. Call upon the strength you gather. Why has he got to talk in this, like, bar talk? Ugh. We have allies all over Theros, but many more act against us. But they won't see you coming. No threat can challenge the might of the good dudes. Well, that part makes sense. I leave you with my greatest treasure, and I know we will meet again. Yours, Bennett. God, I love how he signs his name with 2 daggers. He's so cool. She just, like, sniffs and tucks Bennett's note into her wonky thing. The non-granny pocket, her regular...
The pocket.
Her regular bag. The actual pocket, yeah. And then she'll hand the Bennett glasses over to Nadrin. Or Zholk, whichever. Zolk's looking a little flimsy at the moment, so probably Nadrin.
Thank you.
So they are a wondrous item that while you're wearing them, you are harder to identify. So your basic features will still be understood, but someone trying to recognize you would struggle. And every time you try and take them off, you roll a d20, and on a 20, you duplicate it.
I'm going to put them on.
And it's cursed that if Bennett is wearing them, you don't roll, they always duplicate.
That's why we all have Bennett glasses.
I'm putting on the Bennett glasses.
You can put on, they don't require attunement.
The originals.
They'll be OGs.
So, with Bennett's farewell note read aloud, don't know if anyone else wants to have a poke around it. What else would you like to do? Well, now you are recovering from such a hectic, cramped battle.
I'm knackered.
How are you so tired, Zholk? That was barely a fight. I didn't even break a sweat.
I look at Little Scuts and just say, that's the problem, Scuts. You didn't even get a pump on that fight, bro.
I
How are we gonna be
she
gym
smacks her
bros?
thighs. I got my
Can I make an
squats
insight?
in.
Does oh shit, actually you probably would have done then, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he look visibly can I see veins popping basically?
I mean,
She spent like 3 rounds of that's at least like
It's gotta
3,
be.
4 sets. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Give a nod.
what 18 to 24 seconds worth of squats.
That's good
Did
pump.
as many as she
Good pump.
could. She was lifting the granny stick while she did it.
That
I
is
feel
fair.
They're more like
inspired by the
power
pump,
lifts.
and I'm gonna pat myself on the back and lay on hands myself for 40 points of healing.
That's fair.
I feel ready to fight anything. Let's do
Cuts
it.
will give him a good pat on the back as well. Let's see. A 1d8.
Ooh, feeling the blessed.
Give me plus
Okay.
3 as well, because you've got a charisma of 3, or is it charisma of 2?
It's a charisma of 2.
Charisma 2, so it'd be
That's what I was
5.
just trying to figure out. So okay. That's plus 2. All right.
This is strange, this cure wounds. As Sergey looks in his
no,
very
it's-
dusty old tome.
It's not that strange at all, actually. She just pulled a little part of her shirt open, and a little fly came out, and it just started like stitching the wounds back together. Very, very from Granny. Scuts didn't do shit.
a look in my old little notebook as I blow.
So got hurt again.
Maybe my nana told me how to do this. So I look and I find that I also have cure wound. I'm going to cure wounds myself. 8.
Okay. Yep. Patch and Zholk back together. Zholk, how are you doing?
Oh crap! Yeah. Oops.
You bastards.
Quick! Someone hit me for 1 damage.
I can I cast mass healing word? It heals
Oh.
6 people,
Yeah, you'll be able to heal everybody.
so I will
Except
heal
for the leg bucket,
everyone.
because that's a construct.
Okay, I'll heal everyone, and it's I'll just roll it.
Click the button.
Nice.
Everyone gets 7 points of healing. Except for the leg bucket.
Bucket stays hurt.
You can
Sorry,
use
leg
mending
bucket, you're
on
not
it if you've got
important
the
enough.
mending cantrip, but
Ooh, hang on.
I know I don't.
it does take time to cast, though.
Oh crap, I do. Why?
I mean, it's appropriate. You'd be able to fix your own stuff.
I mean, yeah, you're an artificer. That's kind of the point. How do you think you
Yeah,
made?
you're
Do you think you
an
can make
artificer.
something and then not be able to repair it?
I remember I'm allowed to swap one of my cantrips out at any point in time
Yes.
during a rest. I don't know about you lot, but I wouldn't mind a short rest. I know we just rested here.
Literally just slept. I like that those monsters were there the entire time you slept.
They weren't
fine.
bothering nobody. Anyone remember how we triggered them to come out?
So, what I
not
will
do that again.
reveal is... So, in the room you're currently in, all of the doors where the skeletons came out have reliefs, sort of paintings of simplistic soldiers. On the floor are these sort of strange pictographs, and then on what seems to be a door on the far side of the room, rather than trying to describe it, I attempted to draw something, so there you go. So that's sort of painted on the door.
Interesting.
Red, green, purple scorpion.
Why doesn't the bigger one eat the little ones? Gain their powers.
I'm just glad that the picture was revealed for more than 10 seconds and nobody mentioned that they were all Simpsons coloured. I took
No,
the
that's just
references
normal.
from actual artwork from ancient Egypt, so that's their problem, not mine.
I mean, I was just looking at the snake staff thing because it looks like it's got a smiley face.
He has got a
All just
smiley
have
face. He's a happy snake.
There's a scorpion in third row.
My
I
God.
did say.
It's a sign. I don't want to exaggerate, but I think this might be my grandpappy.
So you see a large approximation of somebody with a distinctive chin, as well as 5 soldiers saluting
it's
them,
kingly.
and then a selection of those same strange pictographs.
I am going to walk to the door and say, hello. No, I'm gonna do the pose. I'm gonna like makeshift out of javelins, like the general shape of these things. Just gonna like walk up to it, do the shape and say, does it look like me? Hey everyone, look, it looks like me. And I just do the same pose.
I'll let everyone know it doesn't look like so. Okay.
It looks like me perfectly.
I see it in the
Same
chin.
coloured skin.
Mhm.
Same coloured skin. Same kingly height. Same. It's just artistic license. He's supposed to have scorpion legs.
If the consequences weren't dire, the bucket would have something to say about this.
I didn't make the legs on this thing intentionally skinny on purpose, don't worry.
Well, looks like we gotta go the dusty old trail. I'm gonna wander this way personally.
Yeah.
Bonk the door
Nothing
open.
else you want to investigate in that room?
Oi, it's a wall.
Well, that's directly above you is the hole you climb down.
Oh, is that where was the... Oh, yeah, of course it's the locked room to the top. There's got to be a way of opening a
So,
door.
on this door up here is another relief.
They embalmed and sealed him in a tomb.
What?
Why do they do that? He has such a cool chin.
And then, if you remember, you went into this room and saw this relief on the door.
Ah, so you put a big man in a tomb and he turns into a beautiful butterfly. I have a feeling that Grandpappy caterpillar.
Do I now have to make
Why does...
the caterpillar lamia, where it's the top half of a man and bottom half of a caterpillar?
Oh my god.
He's there, he's already there. I want to know how Ishak got wings, how I can get wings. Also, what happened to his heart? Okay, so like slightly concerned. I'm gonna put
Did
my hand
happen.
against my left chest. Do I have a heartbeat? I've never checked.
Make a medicine check.
Oh, please let me have a heart. Maybe that's why I didn't bleed for a very long time. Medicine.
You place your hand over the top of your armor and can't feel a thing.
It would normally worry a person, but Sergei's just sort of, it's like finding something new about yourself. Yeah. So I guess I don't have a heart.
Wait, you don't have a heartbeat? How do you know you're not a vampire now? Scuts is gonna make...
I look to Scuts and say, simple. Sandpires don't have cool tails. And I point to Scuts' tail as well and say, how is it possible for a sandpire to have anything cool? And tails are badass.
Because there's two kinds of vampires, Zholk.
I just realised that
there's the
Nadrin's the only one
sandpires.
without a tail in this party.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Nadrin's the most susceptible to becoming a vampire.
The lame variant,
But-
apparently.
Well, tails only help you resist it, though, because there's original vampires, and then if they bite you and you get infected, and you die, you become a vampire. I saw it. That guy up top, remember? The guy who wouldn't share his pics with us, and he was mean, and then
Oh,
he
the guy who's-
set the
The guy who we stole his armor off?
Well,
We did
that's
make a
Pat. He
newbie.
died first. He didn't need it anymore, and now he's a vampire. So it's better that he's not an armored vampire.
I yell
Very
out,
true.
I'm not a sandpire, and I run away. Eh. And I'm
No,
gonna
but
run and try and open this door.
He released the vampire from the jar, and then I saw it with my own eyes last night. He was a vampire. We saw it. He was dead. Zholk said he was a coward, and he ran away, and they jousted. Or, well, I mean, Zholk kind of just one-sided jousted him in the back, but was it Bennett? Either way, the vampires are tricky because now he was dead. Now he's a vampire, so we can't trust it. If you die, you're a Sampire. You were just dead. She pokes him on the chest as she too tries to check for a heartbeat.
Okay, make a medicine check.
Oh wait, he ran away.
I've run away. I'm trying to open this door.
Still give me a medicine check to see if you can remember any time when you can recall Zholk having a heart.
Did he used to have a heartbeat? All right.
There was a lot of blood in my body. I spilled about
There we go.
100 litres of blood.
So, when you were just helping him up and casting Cure Wounds, or at least seeing Granny's Cure Wounds fly, sewing back together, you definitely saw blood leaking out of his body that was coming out in pulses, which would imply that he has a heartbeat.
Correlation is not causation. Imply, not enough evidence.
So, we have to be careful that nobody stays dead too long. Because if you stay dead too long, then you become a Sandpire. Everybody keep your healing spells ready. Mr. Burbles, save your nibbles. Nods astutely. And then... Do I see anything around the room that resembles the red, green, or blue object that we see on the hieroglyphs, the image?
Make a perception check for me.
Better chances. Hey.
You can see that on some of the reliefs of the various soldiers, they have different items of various colours on them. So over here we have a guy with a sort of a silver beard holder. This one has a red belt. This guy here seems to have some beautiful blue feathers in his helm cap. This one over here has a sort of golden engraving on his shield, and this guy here seems to have a greenish mark under his eye.
Guts will scratch her chin as you see the most thinking she's probably ever done.
This one has where is it? It is a very distinctly like midnight black single sandal. So one foot's got nothing, and the other has a very distinct sort of black sandal on it.
The dreaded flip-flop. Don't open that door.
The singular. It's either a flip or a flop, and you never really know which one.
Scuts will approach the one with the red on it, but she'll flag Nadrin in first.
So this one is the red one.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was... So this is the blue one.
So
here.
we've got silver.
This is the red one, and this is the green one.
So we've got silver, red, and blue, and then we've got yellow, green, and black.
Oh, I can't draw on the... She only cares about the three colors that match.
Right.
She's trying to indicate.
I'm
the
gonna trust you guys. I think I've given you permission to draw on the map. Do not make me take this away from you immediately.
I still can't.
Oh, someone can. Someone's drawing swirls.
I was trying to, but they won't stay. Wait,
Okay.
someone's drawing swirls?
Up here for some reason, and there's big blue line over there.
Oh, am I
Made the
drawing it
blue
outside?
line
I'm
by
drawing it in the gray
accident.
area. I can't see.
Yeah, you need to draw it
Oh.
actually in the area that you can see inside of.
Okay.
Well,
Well, maybe
clean
you can. Okay, I can't remember which ones. Can you please just mark the red, the green, and the blue? Those are the ones she's trying to point out to everybody, and apparently I can't retain that information for more than 3 seconds.
Let me get rid of everyone's drawing abilities so it doesn't all get muddled.
Don't worry, I also can't remember any of it.
Fine. Who can remember a sequence?
I think this one's the red one. I know this one's the green one, and then one of these two up here is the blue one, but I don't know. I think it's this one. Like, I'm trying to pay attention, I just can't retain the information, so... Thank you for assisting. Hey, Nadrin, I think the feather over there looks kind of like the feather on that picture up there. Maybe
Yeah.
we need a feather.
Where do we get a feather from then?
Why is a feather a key? Oh, that's so dumb.
Yeah,
Jeez.
like... This is weird.
Like, aren't they really fragile? This makes sense. She taps on the red one over here. She's gonna open the door. Is everybody ready? Does anybody else want to do anything else? She's gonna walk up to the door with the red
You ready
hieroglyph.
to open the door?
Use a sealer's leaf.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
Just tab over. Oh no.
Okay, you roll a d8 for me. You get 1 hit point.
I tried.
Nice.
Okay, are you opening the door? Okay, on the inside you can see the lower half of one of the Tomb Kings as its bones slowly sort of knit back together in its burial mound. And around the top of where those bones are pulling together is a red-hued belt.
She will attempt to snatch the belt and then use the granny stick to just smash log end
Just
down
smush.
on.
Okay.
Just you hear another one of the muffled screaming noises from before. Actually, it's a cantrip. I'll cast the light or not the light
Guiding
sacred
bolt
flame.
or sacred flame. Sacred flame. Guiding bolt's the spell.
I wish it was a cantrip.
Okay. You set the bones on light fire as you snatch away this quite mundane, I guess. The only significant part that you can see about it is the fact that instead of being typical bronze and brown leather, it does seem to very distinctly be made out of some very vivid red metal and dyed leather.
Alrighty then. She will kick the door shut behind her and turn around and just kind of nervously laugh at Nadrin. Nadrin, can you get the feather from that one? Be careful, the vampires are coming back. As she starts to go this way. Oh no, the door's this way. She goes back over here. Her discomfort increasing visibly.
Which one was the feather again?
She points over towards the blue one.
Okay.
Okay, you open that one to see the same sight of a skeleton slowly reassembling, and in and amongst the debris and bone meal on the floor, where this or I think it was a skeleton archer's headpiece was, there is a beautiful blue, sort of almost like prismatic feather.
Okay, I will like tentatively reach for it and try and grab it.
You can pick it up. It's there to take.
I'm gonna grab it, like quickly, like shut the door, and like run away from the door.
That is a reasonable thing to do.
Got the feather! Got the feather! Got the feather! Got the feather!
Awesome. Zholk, hey, you like green, right? Zholk, go over to that door. As she points over to this one. See if you can find a green thing.
I mean, I don't like green, but green.
The green stones. It's
It's
not a Titan stone, though.
You open the door to see this one's taking a lot longer to reconstitute. The only thing that is in one solid piece is this bleached, grinning skull. And in its left eye is this green crystal, almost false eye, just sitting in its skull, glaring back at you.
Alright. I'll grab that, but the parts of the skeleton reassembling, are they attached to each other in some way?
Some parts are. They are
Can I-
slowly sort of knitting themselves back together, and you would have to somehow get the eye out of the skull.
Can I grab one of the parts of the skeleton that's not fully attached to anything, that's important to the structure of a body?
What do you mean?
Like, say if the spine wasn't fully attached yet, could I just throw it across the room to make it take longer?
Sure. You can grab some pieces of rib cage and fling them at Sogeg if you wish.
Yes.
Are you doing anything other than flinging the rib cage?
I suppose I need to assemble grabbing this eye at the skull.
As the rib cage lands on the other side of the room, you can see it sort of sliding back towards the door.
Alright, so I need to work fast so I can shut the door. Got it. What if I just take the skull?
Are you just taking the skull?
Yeah.
Okay, you take the skull with the green eye.
Alright, I'll close the door.
You,
Do we need the skull itself?
you can feel it tugging back towards the door. The skull almost like being magically pulled towards the door. You're strong enough to stop it, but it's definitely trying.
Alright, I'd like to bonk the skull with the bell.
Are
See if I
you
can break the eye out.
trying to just shatter the skull and get the eye?
Yep.
Okay, give me a bonk.
Bonk.
So you do 24 points of bludgeoning damage to this skull, and it just turns to powder.
Sweet. That's gonna take longer to reassemble now.
And you do see the dust bits pulling together, and now that it's dust, it can slip onto the door much easier.
But the ribcage has a whole nother problem.
Yeah, because when you threw it, Mr. Burbles goes over and he's trying to pick it up in his mouth with the pelvic bone.
Doesn't
That is
have
what
enough
he's
space
sitting
for
over there.
both. It is a
He
dragon's
doesn't,
pelvic
but he's
bone.
trying. He doesn't, but he's trying. You've seen dogs do it. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
2 balls won't fit, but he's trying.
You have the green crystal.
Guts is gonna take the belt and like smack it on the wall and rub it against the wall in the area that it looks like it should fit.
Okay.
How do we make this work? Zholk, we need your large brain.
As if summoned back. Just back. I'm back. Zholk finally gets like a blood clot out of his ears, and I didn't hear anything. What I miss?
We need your big brain to figure out how to put these in the how do we use this to open the door?
So
She holds a red piece
yeah,
out.
everyone has worked out that in some of the tombs where the skeletons came out, they have distinctive features on the frescoes outside of them. And Skuts has grabbed a red belt from one. Nadrin has grabbed a blue feather, and Zholk a green false eye.
Ooh. It looks like as well on the Phoberosian temple. Am I crazy? But does each one have a color on it? Where are the handouts? Sorry, I know I found it.
Yeah, there should be one called Player Art Handouts and then Phoberosian Temple.
Because if you look at the soldier tomb door columns, it goes red, green, purple. What?
It's supposed to be blue.
As the wind said.
And okay, you made a brute force part of this puzzle, but the columns lined up to which of the tombs they were in. So the second one along was where the red one was.
Yeah. Interesting. Should we try? Are there any like slots in the doors anyone found? Of like.
Because he's tried to rub the belt on the door to no real effect.
Yeah, she tried placing it where the belt is on the picture. That did
tried
not work.
Wearing the belt.
Oh no! She'll put the belt on.
Sometimes.
Put the belt on.
Will it fit?
It looks so stylish.
It seems to stretch to fit you.
Oh, hey, I like it. Don't make my butt look big. Like, she's like completely like. Will it keep stretching? Can she wrap it around herself a second time?
Sure. So long as it doesn't break the game in some capacity.
If there's no way to break, if it won't break the game, she's just gonna continue to like wrap herself in belts like she's some sort of 2000s goth, and
No, it begs.
then she's going to stop and look at Zholk.
It begs an important
Is the door
question,
open?
though. If you feel sort of a magical tingle coming from the belt, would you like to attune to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the flame wheel
Okay.
that I never get to use because I always attune to something else. I know what this belt does.
We want that one. Yeah, we want that one. Oh, that even has a bit of artwork for it. There we go. I'll just reveal this to you quietly and let you appreciate what it is. I think you're high enough level for one of those.
Where do I find it?
So I've just moved it into items and magical items. If you go to magical items, at the very top should be this new belt.
I'm stuck trying to find the magical items.
Have you found the items folder?
There we go. I found them.
I put folders within folders within folders. I try and stay organized. I'm sorry.
No, it's trying to find which folder inside the folder. There we go. Magic items. Boop.
Right, it's the belt.
Oh.
It's
I will-
up to you to describe how that effect now kicks in for you.
Oh my god, Zholk, you're so smart! This belt she just, like, strikes a pose and you see all of her biceps swell, and that pump you saw from all the squats she did just somehow seems even more pumped. And you're just like, whoa. This is one buff unibor.
Does Skuts almost look like a giant when she wears it?
Almost.
Giant proportions. Magnificent.
A little
I feel
bit
like she wear all these
stony,
stuff.
but giant still nonetheless.
What if we give
Nah,
Skuts all the pieces, and then you do the pose in front of the door, and maybe it'll think that you are the king?
Oh. Am I the king of the Sandpires?
You'd have to
Zholk, I don't know if I'm ready to
drop
impersonate
all of your attunements to do that, though.
Oh no, what else am I attuned to?
Unless someone else
oh,
wants to try them on.
She was trying to get Nadrin to try the wings, or the feather on. I can drop the attunement to my hag vehicle. I don't want to drop the searing blood though, but I can.
If you drop the searing
Yeah,
blood, you'd lose it for good.
It doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Then no, I'm not.
That's
so I can
a
only
big
drop.
one to not lose.
Yeah. So I can't put all three on. Aw. I only can have two. So gay, do you want to try them all on? Nadrin. She's just like seat belted and it's wrapped around her like 3 times.
We can try opening the doors, yeah. I don't think I have to on anyone, right? But
Make a perception check for me.
use your eyes. What's that? Lost my character sheet. There we go. My keen looking eyes. I perceive
Speaking of keen eyes.
everything.
Carry on. You don't get anything with that.
Ursus.
It's so gay. There was a neat pair of shoes over there.
Ooh, I'll check out the pair of kicks. Are they bronze by any chance?
So,
Or they were silver.
you've got
I don't know if they were shoes.
No, this one was a silver staff of some kind.
A staff.
Sort of a short staff.
Was it the golden shoes?
The black?
No,
is
it
the
was
one,
no, it was the black flip flop.
one single flip or flop.
It's the
And then this was sort of like a gold emblazon on the shield.
oh gold. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's kind of.
Oh.
I don't know what I've been torn to. As the only shield carrier, I'll look at the gold emblazoned shield.
So, just on the door itself, it's a just painting, quite crude painting of a soldier, where the main thing that's distinct about them is on the shield seems to be similar sort of pictographs as you see on the floor and on the fresco, but these are all very detailed in gold, very distinctive.
Remembering that Sogig was out in the hallway, Scuts will. You gotta open the door and then smash the sandpire bitch real quick, and then grab whatever's in there.
I will do that.
You
Gold
open the door.
lettering.
You
Behold.
see a few bones on the floor, but they're definitely much slower than the others, and a large shield sort of flopped to one side. The hand and arm still attached to it.
I try and yank it away from it.
You taking the full shield?
Yeah.
Okay. You pull free the shield.
My shield. And I close the door.
Okay.
I look at the shield. Does it look like a basic shield with special stuff on top of it, or a really special shield?
Give me.
I tap it, sort of like in different places.
Give me an athletics check. It's the closest I can think of to a martial combat check. Of how well can you identify weapons and armor, essentially. So, you can tell that it is a type of wicker shield, but instead of where normally, as they are made of wicker, they're quite brittle. This one, because of the gold inlay, seems to be much more held together. So it essentially just worked like a normal shield. But there is definitely something about it, something distinctly magical in the inlay.
I'm going to attempt to sort of peel the inlay off.
Okay.
In the sense that this is the
Give
special
me
bit.
an Arcana check.
I am wise in the arts of Arcana.
You start peeling the inlay off, and it tears.
Ah, shit.
It is broken now.
Sogig.
It was a magical item. Does the item feel balked?
It definitely feels balked.
Oh, I've forgotten before. Well, I mean, it couldn't have been magical, so we're fine. We're fine. We didn't lose anything. We're okay.
Is there anyone who actually can have all 3 attunement slots?
I think anyone, right? Other than you, pretty much. I could drop
Scott's
my
the only one who will
achievements.
lose a.
I mean, it's whether or not you think it needs one person to attune to them all, or whether or not they need to be attuned in a certain way, or to certain people, or in a certain formation. Who knows? There's other options.
There are many.
No, I know. I'm just
I
don't think
wonder
it's
if there's
order.
any hint in the fresco.
There definitely is.
I mean, I don't
keep
think it's order
looking at
because
it and I can't figure it
the
out.
ordering of the lines is to do with what doors they're in, right? So it's not. And the little people aren't wearing different things. Usually. I'm guessing each door has to be unlocked a different way, right? Because each one had a different little picture. Should we get the green one and go to the door that has Sphinx on it that only has green? Maybe.
Maybe.
What was the green thing?
It was an eye. It was a false eye.
Open the door.
Zolk's
Grab
got
the
it.
eye. Oh, right, sweet. And wear the eye and let's look at this door and see if it opens. I believe it was the top door in here.
So this one is the central door with the small army in the sarcophagus, and then this one in here is the Sphinx door.
Have a look. See.
Read that.
You go in there, you see this painting of a fractured sphinx. It seems to have been just shattered by something, as well as small sections of these painted hieroglyphs. What I will say for you, Zholk, is just by looking at this thing, you start drooling. There's Titan blood inlaid in this artwork.
Oh no. Right. Is there like a slot or something to ram this eye into?
The only place that it might fit is the big old gap in the center. Or maybe even into its eye.
Let's try the eye slot first.
The eye in your hand is too big. Doesn't fit.
What if we try harder?
You can try and just jam it in there if you wish.
I'm a Lucas Sogags.
What about attuning to the eye and looking on the door?
There is something magical about the eye.
Okay.
Attune to Zholk. It is meant to be.
What in the Christ can I unattune to? what have I got? Something here is something I'm attuned to. I know. I'll unattune to the Doom Wheel, since it's kind of dead. Attune to the eye.
How are you attuning to the eye? Are you just holding on to it and hoping for the best?
Yeah?
It does not attune.
Whack it in your eye slot.
I'm gonna sit down in a corner and stare at it while a ritual cast Identify.
So I'll let you know now that just from quick glance, I haven't got a handout ready for this one. But so I'll give you the actual details of what it does in the next session. But it does require being inlaid as an eye.
Oh. Okay. So we need a safe
what's-
way to ram something in my eye.
Got a very pointy
Grant?
stick.
Anyone got a spoon?
You got a cooking javelin.
Alright, so okay, quick. Take my eye out.
I stab him in the eye immediately as soon as he.
God!
No.
Okay.
No hesitation. This is our teamwork.
Let's see the accuracy. Give me an attack roll. It'd be at disadvantage because of Zholk.
Oh
Does
no.
it give a disadvantage
Wait.
to ability checks?
This is an attack roll.
Is he far enough away because he can reach far enough with his javelin?
Yeah.
It's a good point, actually.
No,
Are
you're
you within
still within 10 feet there. But you can
So
go
can you
up to
be more
15
accurate?
feet, so you could get out of the way.
Zolk, you need to be really far. You need to get in a corner.
I
You
mean,
know, just...
does meats beat?
Meets does beat.
That beats me.
Does it meet your AC?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not gonna be a precise remove. It will remove your eye. It's also going to inflict all of that damage, and just be an exceptionally unpleasant experience.
That man's down.
So you take 17 points of damage. Sogeg takes 17 points of damage.
Is Zolk humanoid?
Zolk is humanoid.
Next
Sadly.
2d6.
Zolk takes an extra 7 damage. He was already down anyway, so it means Sogeg takes an extra 7 damage.
This is bonding. We're bonding right now.
Bond the Mogus way.
As I would take
Results,
his eye in triumph.
you'd have your comeback from death once. You'd be at a 1 hit point.
I went down in the cupboard.
He did. I will come
Okay.
over then.
Wait,
Did you go down in the
Stick-
cupboard?
punch
Stick
him.
the eye.
I thought you
Stick
went
the
down
eye
when Soga went down, but he ignored the damage. He ignored that one. But did you go
Oh,
down
did you
again?
ignore it twice?
Nope.
Because you missed on both the attacks on the second one.
Oh right, that one. Okay.
That took me down.
I didn't realise.
I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
walk over to Zholk because he's a champ, and seeing his badass scar, and scars near eyes are, as Sogeg's helmet proves. I'll just take his eye from the spear top, and sort of just vibing with it. Really, I just crush it, instinct, and I just say, Zholk, you have proven you are a mighty warrior today. As I punch him, I grab the eye in his hand, and I punch it into his eye socket with the Cure Wounds. I will cure wounds you for
Way too
6.
strong for just that on its own, but I don't care.
And then I'll give him some breathing space. So I guess I'll do this from like outside the door. Be healed, young rat. You are not dead. Probably wish you were, but
We'll
might have
find
a cool
out the
eye
hard
now.
way.
It was not a pleasant experience, but you
God,
can
really hope
now
this eye wasn't
attune
worth
to
it.
the eye.
I
I'm sure doing it
cannot
this way
believe nobody witnessed that but Neil.
I nod
Oh
at Neil.
no!
Neil, you make comments about my legs while tight, and I will take your eyes, like you just
Yeah,
saw
that
me do
works
to
for me.
Zolk.
So we'll keep it simple enough
There, it looks
for now. And while the item I'm giving you is a ring, you essentially have it on all the time rather than having charges. You just get as many uses as you want. We'll keep it
Okay.
fun. Because you did have to sacrifice an eyeball for this.
Worth. I haven't even seen it. Worth.
In response to Sogek talking to Neil, Neil's just gonna look at him. You're as strong as your legs.
Get faced.
I just muscle pump and go, that makes me super strong. I
Okay.
take it as a compliment.
So Zolk, did you get the item?
Oh
It's a ring of something.
no! What have you done?
Yeah, this should be fun. But you ignore the bottom part of it. You can use it as many times as you want. It's just you switch it on or off.
Zolk see all now.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yes.
It does give you the occasional bit of a headache from the fact that you've jammed a piece of raw titan stone in your eye, but
I'm sure this won't have lasting effects.
I'm sure I won't have to. I was so tempted to give you the Eye of Vecna, and then I actually read it, and I'm like, fuck no.
I don't even know what that is.
Wait, so was the green eye actually Titanstone?
Yes.
Scuts was right! Yeah! You do like green things. Green's not your favorite color, but you like green things. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Alright. So,
Come laser beam the door open.
can I stare through the locked door then?
Let me have a look. Because it goes through a foot of
meter thick
stone,
door?
so yes. So what I will do is just do that for you. But you can't move from there until you finish looking at
Okay. That's not ominous.
that.
Oh no.
There you go.
Well, Sogeg, you've given me the power of more sight.
You're
There's a
welcome,
passage.
best friend. High fives all around. We did it. Don't ask where your old eye is.
I'll happily high five you, but would it count for where is it?
I mean, if you want to essentially do an attack for 0 damage and force him to make a Constitution saving throw, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
So okay, you accepting the drippy high five?
I will.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw, please. That is a fail.
So drippy.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'll roll it because I can click on his thing. So I'll see.
Okay.
That one and that one. So you get hooves at the end of your scorpion legs, and okay,
Jesus.
it's basically at the beginning of your turn. For as long as you have this effect, anything within that 10 feet must make a Constitution saving throw or take poison damage equal to your level. So yay, more area of effect damage for Soge.
Shit. Good shit.
And you're also not affected by my disadvantage for a while.
It does affect friendlies, so it would need Neil to make a Constitution saving throw.
Would we do it normally, just walking around zones that like a creature would walk away?
Do I need to do it at disadvantage, or am I
No,
far
you're
enough
fine.
away?
You're fine for that one. You're fine.
Hey.
Just Sogek now has hooves, so he's clippity-cloppeting along and is constantly shedding poisonous spores.
Nice. Well, we didn't open the door.
The other side of it.
Let's look for more goodies, though.
Sure.
What else we got? We've done green, we've done red. Yellow was crap, apparently.
Are you looking through that door, Zholk?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. There you go.
Ah! What the fuck? Oh no.
Take it all in. Take it all in. There you go.
What's behind the main door, Zholk?
Guys, there's a dome.
A dome.
A dome!
Domes be spooky.
I don't know if the thing's...
Have you
So-
already opened the black door?
No one's opened the black door yet now.
Oh, open the black door.
Okay, you look
Wasn't
inside the black door, where you can see again a reconstitution skeleton. Although only one of its legs and pelvis is sort of upright, as you see this black sandal wrapped around it. The lace is like intertwining snakes around its leg.
And Nicky's sandal.
Gonna steal his foot. Okay.
And close the door.
God damn it.
Who's got use for one sandal?
Who's got one leg?
I definitely have more than one.
How's the ribcage afro doing?
Make a perception check.
Oh no. So much scrolling on this sheet, there's too much.
I keep giving you more shit as well. It's great.
Yeah.
You can see some of the rib cage. It seems to have almost split itself down to sneak under the door.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pick up the other half and throw it across the room again.
Just bullying. The guy just wants to come back to life. Leave him alone.
No!
Nerds need to understand.
Just bullying this poor man.
I will. Let's just to see what it is. I will unattune to. I don't actually have very attuned to.
Okay, let me try and work out what the
I'll
fuck
put the.
this
I'll put the
is.
sandals on. Put the sandals on. One of my cloven hooves.
And you're going to attune to it.
Yeah. Guys, look how fast I am.
Sure,
One of 8
sure,
of my
because it's
feats is,
funny. You get a familiar feeling, an oddly familiar feeling of being able to just go infinitely high.
No. Hey.
It's a sandal of jumping.
Well, I'm OP.
Fuck it, why not? Are you gonna keep the sandal of jumping?
For now, until we figure it out. I'll keep it on. I'll keep it on for now.
Sure, why not? I just want to see you literally be able to leap into Nyx and rescue Pogeg too.
It's my plan. Eventually.
So, you have attuned to the belt, the eye, and the sandal. You haven't found the rod, you've broken the shield, and Nadrin has the feather.
I will attune to the feather, getting rid of my boots.
Okay. It's maybe not familiar so much to yourself, but to the party in general. It is a phoenix feather.
Nice.
Quite simply, if the next time you drop to 0 hit points, it takes the damage instead of you. And you regain hit points equal to your maximum hit points. You essentially just go back to full health.
Yeah, good. I feel like Natrin's got to be the rock person.
Now that the 3 items and stood relatively in front of the door, it begins to open.
Oh. Should we grab the rod before we go in here? Seems like we should.
Probably a good shit.
I'll grab the rod.
Okay.
Let's loot. So yeah, man, I know you're dying, and Nikki's...
Does that mean we have everything now?
Yes.
But what was the white thing?
The white thing is the rod.
Oh, sorry. Oh, then I'm not there. I was in the blue. What was the blue?
The blue is the feather.
Oh, flipping it. I do not do that then, because I'm nowhere near the rod.
Anyone want to get the rod? Or do you want to investigate the new room that's opened?
Why not both?
We should definitely take the rod.
Oh, for sure.
But who wants to take it? Because you never know. That door's been shut for a long time now. You never know what's behind it.
So, egg?
I'll do it. Yeah.
You push open the door to see a skeleton that isn't even close to reassembling. It got damaged hard. It's still trying to recover from being toasted by Mr. Burbles.
And Nikki's rod.
As you take a stone rod, probably about 8 to 10 inches long, with a golden tip with several barbs on it.
Does it feel regal?
It definitely feels important.
Because I was assuming it's like a big spellman rod. I will take, just for the sake of let's figure out what all these things are, I take off my sandal.
Your one sandal.
I neatly put it into my pocket.
What is your 8 legs?
And I hold the wand aloft and I say, Vadagadavra! And I point it at the leg bucket. Oh, I don't point it at that. I point it at...
Are you attuning to it?
Yeah, I'll attune to it.
Okay.
See if I die.
So this
I
one might be a
blast at
bit
this.
hidden, as it should be under magical items, treasury of the Theros, and then rods and staves.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, you wanted to give so does this. As I look to Zholk, and I say, with the items combined, mush! As I use the chief engineer's rod that is basically just a whip.
It's a work harder stick.
It's a work harder stick. Forward.
Once per day, the wielder can strike up to 6 targets and give them triple their carrying capacity for 5 hours.
Very useful.
But you can also use the rod to move items that are up to £1,000 to 20
great.
feet per round.
Pretty great.
That bit's pretty good. And you get the bonus to checks about stoneworking and engineering, which may or not be useful.
In this particular dungeon. Maybe. It might be more useful than the sandals of killed yourself.
Sandals that just rocket through the ceiling, yeah.
I will offer, whilst they're in my pocket, does anyone desperately want sandals of jumping? Sandals of jumping, anyone?
Put them on the leg bucket.
Burbles. Leg bucket.
The spring bucket.
Can you give it to the construct?
Technically, no, but I'll just allow it. I'd allow it because it's funny.
Yeah.
Does the leg bucket extend its leg towards me?
Yes.
I place the sandal of jumping, gently punt the leg bucket.
It will wear it, but on the bottom of the bucket.
Always awkward.
And if I remember how magic items work, it'll stretch to the bucket, right?
It'll fit, and it'll work, and it can now jump 3 times its normal jump height. Which, I don't even... Does it have a strength score? Strength of 10. So
yeah.
It would be able to jump, I think, 30 feet. So I think it's...
terrible.
10-foot base is how I usually do it, and then it's +2 for each. Oh, sorry, +5 for each. Plus to strength that you've got. So, leg bucket's got ups, which I'm sure won't bite me in the ass at some point, like 6 months down the line where I've completely forgotten about it.
Is there like a terminal velocity of some kind, like how fast something falls?
In this game, it's usually 20d6, so basically for each 10 feet of fall or distance you fall, you take a d6 in damage. That caps at 20. So you can have if you fall 1,000 feet, you're still only going to take 20d6 damage.
Right, but is there like a taking too long to fall in one turn? Just like you zoom.
There is in Tasha's. I think they finally actually, because usually it was you just fall the full distance in one turn. I think they did work out a terminal velocity, but we'll work it out when we get there.
Right.
I don't like where this question's going.
Don't worry about it.
We'll work it. I'll improv it. Just don't worry about it.
The brain is thinking, and I don't know if it's a good thing.
Well, let's say if you follow up and I actually have to improvise the rules for terminal velocity, I'll take away your cursed epithet because you've made a plan and followed it through.
Oh, sweet, we're onto something.
So,
Time to start digging to the underworld.
what would you like to do? You have looted the tombs, although the tomb soldiers are starting to reconstitute. Zholk has peered through some walls, and you have opened the door leading to a small, quite plain-looking chamber, sort of filled with cloth, sort of bandages, just in piles, very neatly folded.
Oh, nice.
You guys, this might be where the Sandpire King is.
We gotta kill him. I don't want
Yeah,
to be
you-
a Sandpire.
You get him, Sogag. Skuts will take a big gulp and try to hide how nervous she is as she steps just this far into this area and kind of looks around.
Give
just
me
so we
a
don't get
perception
out.
check for me.
Where am I? No.
Okay. You look around. The bandages look very thin and dusty, but surprisingly well kept considering. But as you look around, you can see that some of them are fluttering, as if caught in a draft. There is a secret door there.
Before we
point
forget,
to
I will
it.
just pick up the. Oh, sorry, but I've got to time them. But very quick, I just pick up the broken shield, just in case we need it.
That's fair.
Use. Close the door.
It's
This
just
is Scuts'
shutting
adventure.
Scuts in there, yeah.
This Scuts' adventure. Scuts has been acting uncharacteristically cowardly.
Well, as I say, Scuts, you
Whisper in there,
find
what?
a secret door here, and then just in and amongst the bandages, there's nothing in particular you can find. But you get the feeling that this was a sort of ceremonial room for like preparing or sort of treating the injured.
Skuts is gonna add one or two more bandages to Zolk where he looks like he needs it right now. Just shoring up some of the patches there. There you go, pal. So, about this door, you sure you're brave enough to go through, Zolk?
No,
Definitely
I'm-
vampires over there.
I'm
Vampires.
definitely brave enough to stare through it.
How, I'm so looking forward to how this is going to just add to the game that Zolk now has X-ray vision.
Okay, we're fine. Seems fine to me. Sogeg, you might not fit.
Shit.
Can you? Does it widen out? We can shove them through. She flexes her newly sick pythons.
Yes, but problem.
So, Zolk, in the room, you can see a giant golden sort of symbol of some kind of huge art piece carved into the side, and a single skeleton just mindlessly going and polishing each inch of it, just going over the same spots over and over and over again. He doesn't really pay you any mind.
Reminds me of a certain cryptech. Oh dear. Hello?
He's just saying hello to it.
Yes.
Okay. In common.
What have I got? Hang on. I've got. When the tab wants to open. I don't think a skeleton's gonna speak Celestial, so yeah.
It doesn't pay you any mind.
Well, they'll just wave Scuds over as like, we have a polishing man.
We have what?
Come see.
She walks around the corner. It's a vampire.
Yes, but he's
Oh
polishing.
no! He's white.
He's polishing his balls.
he's polishing his art piece.
What do we do?
It's fine.
Just minding his own
Gus is-
business.
I do kind of
Scuts
want
is gonna
that.
get out her paintbrush and expend a charge of the brush to paint a big enough, like, construct, like a cage to, like, just drop on him.
Okay. You paint a cage onto the floor.
She's drawing it made of the strongest thing she can think of. Sogeg's biceps.
I do not have a token that represents Sogeg's biceps, so you'll have to use your imagination for that.
Flesh cage.
Sure we can.
Granny
she'll-
and flesh cage.
She'll attempt to... It's somewhere between. She'll attempt to drop it over him while he's painting or polishing his balls.
His art piece.
His art. His ball art.
His majestic artwork. He's not really going to fight back. He is focused on cleaning. Almost like that's all he's really able to do. Even when trapped by the cage, he's still making the motions as if polishing and cleaning, but just not on anything because his arms are now away from the base.
Zholk. This is the closest we've been to a sandpire. What
Yes.
can you make of it?
I mean, what Zholk can make of it of his own brain at the moment is he needs to listen to the voices, and the voices are telling him to steal the art.
Where would you put it? It is pretty big.
That's a later problem.
Guts opens the granny sack and points.
I'd like to steal the art.
Okay. Give me an athletics check at disadvantage because of how much smaller you are to the giant metallic art piece hanging on the wall.
What could go wrong? I think I have advantage on that. Where is it? Go to acrobatics. Bollocks.
Athletics, disadvantage. You pull and like try and rip it free. Your gloves of ogre power, putting in some effort, but it doesn't budge. It is up there.
Can I use my one charge of failing successfully?
If you really think this is the appropriate time for it, sure.
That wasn't
It is
a hint.
absolutely the correct time for
It
this.
is the right time.
Yeah, it is.
Only
So,
on 6.
with a successful failure, you manage to pull, and as soon as you give up, you hear a creak and a shatter as it lands onto the floor, crushing the poor skelly man who couldn't get away thanks to the bicep cage.
No.
Scott sighs a big relief.
Well
Huzzah,
done.
giant piece.
You knocked the giant art piece off the wall. There is now a giant golden vulture on the floor. What do you want to do with it? Come on, give me the Zolk catchphrase. Oh, I didn't think we'd get this far.
Is this just a Greek paraglider or something?
It's made of very heavy metal.
Okay, no.
So, no, it does not fly.
We don't know that yet, though.
Guts will just slowly start feeding it like a snake into the granny bag from
It-
one side of the wing.
It is an
try to lift
artifact
it up.
that's worth a lot of money to particular individuals. I don't know if you remember back as to the people that even sent you into the desert in the first place that were looking for treasure.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Scott's just is only thinking of the fact that it's the only place it'll fit. Not
That's-
about how to get it later.
That's fair. Is anyone stopping Scuds from consuming this golden vulture?
Don't you have an actual bag of holding?
Isn't this too big for that?
It would
We
be
also
too
have a
big
bunch
for a
of other
bag of
shit in
holding,
it.
yes.
Oh, okay.
The granny bag's the only option.
Unless it was a
you can think of
completely
something else.
empty bag of holding.
Yeah.
Is it going to the granny bag?
I can't think of anything else.
Okay. Giant.
Wait, no, I was whipped.
Yeah, you could physically carry it. You'd have to carry it around with you.
Just keep whipping me. We got this.
It's only once a day.
This is fine. What's the worst that could happen?
You just want to drag it around with us?
Just like wear it as a backpack or something.
Okay, so am I adding this to the granny pack or not?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Zolk, do you want me to put it in, yes or no?
I mean,
Guts is looking at you.
I'm happy to carry it since I was whipped into a shape where I can. How badly do we
Then-
need?
We've got
need
5
this?
hours before we have to put it into the granny bag.
Scott's will begrudgingly back up, and then
So I'm going to add it to the
Use
granny
another-
bag, but put it so that it shouldn't show up when you roll on it, and I can always turn that off when you
add it
decide to put it
later,
in there.
If we, okay. She'll use another charge of her paint though, and make Zolk a little backpack strap for it.
Okay. I don't even know how I'm going to model this because I need to point out now that Zolk. Can I?
I'm now just wild.
Is it gold?
Lock
Is it soft?
things.
Wait. It's gold, right?
Parts of it are gold. It's mostly gold.
Okay. Can Scuts try to roll the wings up so it's smaller?
Because what I'm going to do is group that, and now I believe Zolk, if you move, it's going to bring that with it. Now let's maybe I need to do this instead.
It did.
Did it? It hasn't on mine.
Now I'm moving them both together, but they're separate. And then when I'm done moving, it moves back to where it was.
Okay.
That's weird.
Let me do it this way. Let me make sure it's actually controlled by, and then save, and then move Zolk back over it, and then. And now does it move with you? There we go.
Huzzah!
Yes.
There we go. Now I can track the size of Zolk.
Oh my god.
At least I got to see through the wall for a bit.
What, my belt?
Oh, Zolk's strong enough to move it. Not only has he been whipped
Okay.
into shape, but he's got the gauntlets of ogre power. He's fine.
Oh, okay. Alright.
It's just that he's going to struggle
Wow.
getting through most doorways now.
Yeah. Do you want me to bend the wings for you, pal?
I'll just go sideways.
I mean, that works in theory, but have you? How would you get out of this room, for example?
By going diagonally.
I don't think that would work.
It's like
I
if I
think it would
stood,
get jammed.
if I stood here and
Gotta
then
tease
turned
Zholk.
as I went around, surely that would
My
work,
God.
right?
You got that, Zolk. Easy. That's like getting a chair down an awkward stairway. That is
Pretty
very
much, Zolk is now just permanently moving furniture around.
You've got that.
Oh my god.
You wedge the wing tip in at a 45-degree angle and you sort of slide it up against the wall. Be hardish cut on the way out, but I reckon
We'll
it'll
go
make
the
it
couch
work.
moving sound.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I'd be able to fit in this doorway, but getting out of that doorway
Exactly.
there, not a chance.
No, I think you're fine because you have to tilt it. We're thinking 2D here. You can skew it.
Right, yeah.
You can skew the
How
angle.
tall are the ceilings? Do we need to get
10
some
feet. I'm going to give you
two-dimensional
that. It's
geometry
normal.
going?
Like,
Well, if he's 15 feet and we tilt him on his sides, so
Yeah.
he can
I'm
stand
not
there
doing
theoretically,
maths this late at night. Let's move on.
So what I'm hearing is, all that needs to be happening on the stairs is, Scuts needs to pick me up and turn me around, and then just slide me down the stairs.
Thumbs up, buddy. Thumbs up.
Wouldn't it be easier if I just reduced Zol?
I'm not the problem.
Wait, but
I
then
mean,
you
no,
got-
you're
carrying
you're
it,
carrying
so
it,
reduces
and it
you.
would reduce it along
Reduces
with, yeah.
you.
I can reduce myself for a minute.
That's all I can do.
Well, or you could put it in the granny bag, like initially planned.
With Zolk as well.
That's too easy.
So, I mean, you still need to work out how to get everybody else into the room with you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, Nadrin, do you have reduce on multiple people without spending slots?
And enlarge, reduce multiple people, but it costs sorcery points
Okay.
and spell slot.
Well, I can reduce someone for long enough to go up the stairs. They get 6 seconds.
I'll go first. You wait here, I'll see if there's room, and you'll fit.
So where are you going? That's what I also want to know, because you went into the one room, you saw a shiny on the wall, and got completely distracted from everything else.
Yeah, but then we were gonna try to get through this door, which is what we're trying to do again.
Oh, I thought you were going back down the stairs, back to where everyone
Oh,
else is.
are
I'm
we?
like, but then
Well,
what?
I thought we were working on
No.
reducing Burbles and Sogek to get up the stairs.
Okay.
Mr. Burble shoved through.
You
He
can
fit
squeeze
for a
through.
second, right?
You can
just
squeeze
can't
through a
stay.
place that's a size smaller than you, but you can't end your turn there, or you'll start taking basically suffocation damage.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about any
So
of
they
this.
can't squeeze it. So what I can do for the other thing, I can make your size medium if the walls are blocking you moving through stuff, or you're accidentally going through walls.
Are you still able to move your token there? Or does the bird cause problems?
People should be able to move over the birds.
Yeah, I don't have any issues.
Okay.
I'm just giving you control of the bird because fuck it at this point. The bird is your new companion. There you go. It's not alive. It's literally just an art piece.
Squeeze over it. There we go.
Look, the good thing Is gold
Oh yeah,
a
and
soft metal,
Zholk's
so
still
if we
doing
really
poison
have to-
damage to everybody thanks to his mutation.
Is he?
Hey guys, it smells really good in here.
No, I'm not tracking it, don't worry.
Wait, there's another door?
There's another door.
What's in the other door? Oh, is that where it was?
As you look through the other door, there is another one of these custodial skeletons cleaning what looks to be a giant blue crystal embedded in one of the walls, while to the left is a big wooden casket.
I mean, we're in the
Who's
process of
getting the
nicking
crystal
stuff.
and
We
who's
could just
opening
nick
the
it.
casket?
Yeah, 100%.
What?
So
I
we're
feel
charging,
like
right?
I could. Is a crystal's above the custodian?
So the skeleton is currently trying to polish this giant blue crystal.
I'll let the little ones do it. Because
So
I
I'll
don't
just
wanna
move out of the way
poison
so you can
people.
see that there is the big crystal up there.
Knowing that Sogeg is stinky at the moment, I will remove myself out of the.
I'll
confined area.
just not track it. Don't worry about the the dumb Zolkness.
I mean, I could. We could mess him up because I can make my reach like 50 feet. You could just steal it from really far away and you won't know what's happened.
Yes.
This is really weird, though. This is the second Sampire that's just been cleaning stuff. Maybe
No,
they
that's-
live in the desert and everything's so
that's-
dusty.
Sand,
Like, they just need
Sampires
to
are neat.
scrub everything.
Sampires are very clean creatures. We know this. And I know this because I made it up.
So, if we need to make a trap to catch them, we just need to make something that's shiny, not shiny, and compulsively, their little gremlin Sampire minds are like, I must make this shiny again. We can use this against them.
That has to be a belt of intellect because that was a perfect idea.
She
I just nod
nods.
furiously.
It's definitely
Yeah.
not how I feel about things IRL. Must make shiny things shiny. I can relate. Alright. She's just gonna, like, stick her foot out and scoot Zholk into the room.
Just
Guardian
kick
look.
Zolk up the ass into the room.
Not
Get in
kick,
there.
scoot. Scoot. Lovingly scoot. Quickly with her hoof.
You can hear the golden bird statue scraping against the walls of the door as you gently scoot Zolk into the room.
She just steps on one end and lifts up the other to kind of just help him through.
We're gonna fit in the room.
Can you not just leave it in this room until we come back for it?
Didn't think of that. In hindsight, that's not bad.
We're fully capable of coming
hate
back
this.
for this thing.
I'm in so much pain watching this.
I feel like we should just have Mr. Burbles melt it, and then we can bend it at the wings and keep it to the 5-foot radius. That
Or
can fit
you
through
could,
stuff.
put it in the granny bag, or leave it where it was and come back for it when you're leaving. The
That's
two other.
yes, that- Zolk, we never go back for anything. We promised we would go back for those other eels, and we didn't stop. And Skuts remembers, we don't go back. We forget. This is our one chance. These wings are coming, or they're going in the granny bag.
Okay.
Because we will forget.
You can't make me leave something behind at the end of a session. I'm gonna forget.
Okay, while the guy's sitting there, Mr. Burbles is just gonna sit right on top of Zolk and like incubate him like an egg. And once the metal is nice and warm from Mr. Burbles' flaming buns, Skuts will come over and bend it into a 90-degree angle so that Zolk can fit. And now I can't fucking select anything. Mr. Burbles, get out of there! You're there. Thank you.
I'll just go with that. This is
So
okay.
they're 5 feet. If they were 15-foot wings and she bent them at a 90-degree angle, then they're 5
Okay.
feet wide and 5 feet tall. He is a cube. It's okay.
And I'm sure the fact that it was an art piece is still in one in one piece after being melted and physically bent.
I am
No,
shielded.
not melted. You can soften metal with heat and bend it without destroying it.
I mean, it depends on Mr. Burble's heat-controlled butt and how intricate some of the details are on there.
I don't think he's hot enough to. We won't get into metallurgy. He nailed it with his ass. It's good.
As far as I'm concerned, you've just given me a shield to the left and right of me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, you're in the room with a custodian skeleton polishing a big blue crystal, and then there's a casket to one side and a door leading further into the temple.
I don't want to annoy another skeleton, but I also do. What's in the casket?
Look.
You're gonna open the casket?
No, I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, you're just gonna glare into it, right? Okay, I need to remember exactly what you can glare through. 3 feet of wood, right? Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
You glare inside of it and can see. It's hard to fully make out. Because obviously it's still sealed, there's not a lot of light in there. When you're looking through an object, everything's all ghostly. But there's what seems to be body parts, essentially. It seems to be some kind of organ wrapped in bandages.
I don't know what else I expected from a casket, to be honest. It could be worse.
So I can hear Natrin in the background slowly dying.
Yeah, that's
What's
been happening this
inside of it?
entire time.
Okay. We'll resolve on what you want to do with the casket and the poor custodian and his crystal, and then we'll wrap up the session. So, what is there anything in particular in this immediate that you want to do with the casket that's got some kind of bandaged organ body part in there, or the skeleton and his crystal?
Eat it.
I don't know why I did that at disadvantage.
You're just gonna bonk him?
Yeah,
Okay.
and bonk the casket.
You're going for the casket.
He's someone else's problem.
So this attack was at the casket, not at the skeleton.
Yes.
Okay. You bonk the casket. You hear this great reverberating bell sound, and see a nice big splintered dent in the casket.
I mean, I never checked if it was locked, so that'll do. I'm good.
You're not going to open it. Not going to. It's like, oh, there's something in there. Whack. Well, that's me done.
I'll save you the work for now.
Okay.
If I remember, I remember.
Is there anything immediate anyone wants to do?
Just applaud Zholk.
I'm
proud of him.
Okay. We'll
done.
put a pause for the session there and continue next time, where hopefully whatever the gas leak has entered Theros has shifted. But for now,
you have high hopes.
we'll do. There's clearly a gas leak in this temple somewhere. We'll do piety points. So you get a point of piety for playing. We're not doing minor agendas. Did you perform anything for your god? That's going to be a no. Did you act in a way that exemplifies the ideals? I'll just give a yes to everybody because just everyone wants to see the chaos on murdery, which is pretty much universal at this point. Story points. You get a point for playing. Did you overcome a great challenge using valid and non-valid? I mean, I wouldn't have called that a great challenge. I just think yeah. So I'm going to say no. Did you make a significant discovery or unearth some lost history? You're in the process of, but I think the magpie genes have taken you a bit too far to actually think of why something's there rather than what does it do and how can I steal it. Did you perform an act worthy of a new epithet? Does anyone feel like they have earned an epithet this session?
Working off all our cursed ones, I think.
Or has anyone resolved any cursed ones?
We're so close, but Zholk, you fool.
Yeah, I think the
So
Bane of Zholk and Sogeg is remaining.
We'll get there.
Definitely keeping Merciless and definitely keeping Without Forethought because there was a lot of plans and then immediately dropped from other plans.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Sometimes you take a detour to check out stuff along the way to your destination. We're just sightseeing, that's all.
Is this where the party gives the DM a cursed epithet of having to suffer through all this?
I thought this is why we was playing Theros instead of Curse of Strahd, because this is why Curse of Strahd.
Just nightmare. Okay, loyalty points for Neil, Mr. Burbles, and Zolk's new golden art piece. You get a point for playing.
It's your companion now.
You get a point for fighting together. But that's about it. We'll leave it there. Okay.
We've been away for a while. We had to get it out of our systems.
Yeah, that was just. There's a reason why the name changed from simply the Mythic Odyssey of Theros to Theros Chaos. Is why the offline temporary campaign is going to be called Orc Chaos. I know what I'm in for, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But fucking hell.
I'm not that bad.
This is like
To be fair, it took us like 2 sessions to get through one door. No, 2 doors. I'm proud of us.
And only one of those doors was a puzzle. Okay.
The second door, look.
Okay.
Ego boost.
So, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for watching, whether you've watched us live over on Scott's Twitch or the VODs over on YouTube. We'll try and be back for next week, but obviously, schedule depending, for more of just whatever insanity this is.
The best insanity.
Not unhinged, I promise.
I mean, I enable it. I don't know. I'm complaining for the memes. I'm the one that enables all this. So, unless there's anything else to wrap up, Skirts?
Not too much. I was gonna say I threw the links over in the in the chat. Brain. Um, uh, yeah, and I don't have my next link ready, but we've got a bunch of tired and LGBTQ plus gear in my new fourth wall shop. So, I will fix the links on Twitch. Wow. Thanks for pointing that out, me. Great. Good job. Anyways, thanks so much for lurking, for watching, and we'll be same place, same time next week. Take care, have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.